Star Wars, The Force Awakens. But seriously, this movie was my most anticipated movie of 2015. Now, it came out really late in the year, so I wouldn't. It's hard to consider it a part of the year because it's still in theaters and it still might be for another month. But I was really excited for this movie, and I just thought I would share my thoughts with you. Anybody that decides to watch this, take the time. Um, but I thought I'd introduce myself as Martin, or Martin Rosas, full name, but this is the first official YouTube video I've ever made, so cut me some slack. There's not going to be any editing in this video whatsoever. Um, but I've been wanting to share this passion I have for movies for a long time. I didn't know how to explain it to people, but I thought, why not just put it on YouTube? My thoughts on movies. Doesn't have to be a review or critique, but just my thoughts. And I think this movie is a great way to start explaining how I feel about movies. Now, I was really excited for this movie for a really long time. I've seen all of the Star Wars movies. I wasn't that much of a fan of the prequels, but this movie affected me in a way. I need some time to think about it. I'm improvising, if you couldn't tell. But I would say The Empire Strikes Back is like my favorite of all of them. Next up being A New Hope, and then The Force Awakens. It seems too soon to say that it's in my top 3, but I love this movie so much. I watched it twice already. First time I went with my girlfriend, and the second time I brought my little brother along so he could watch it because I got him into it too. But I was a little anxious to see what J.J. Abrams was going to do with this movie because I don't remember any of the movies that he's made back like years ago, but I was kind of hopeful, learn from the prequels and not do the same thing. And so watching this movie, I was trying my best not to fanboy out because it has been, I want to say like 5 years since the last one, Revenge of the Sith, and that was when I was a kid. So as a kid, you're gonna love a movie no matter what. Whether if it's bad or good, you're gonna think it's good for the action parts and not care about the exposition. But thinking about this movie now, I think it is a really solid movie. Not just for the fans. It has plenty of fan service. Oh, and no spoilers in this video. It's been 2 weeks. If you haven't seen this, you either don't like Star Wars or you've been living under a rock. But I'm just gonna do this, no spoilers, for the one person out there that's gonna watch this video. But anyways, I think this movie was really good, not just for people that have already been fans of Star Wars, but for new people, because it has been years since the last movie they've made. I thought this was like a great way to introduce people. Even though it is the 7th movie in the series, I think people can walk in this one as their first movie and get a good idea of what's going on. It's very fast paced, which could be a good thing, but also a bad thing. But I didn't personally mind. I was able to keep up with most things, even though it was overwhelming. And I'm thinking right now, I was just so surprised by what J.J. Abrams was able to do. Like, it sounds obvious when I say it made me cry, but it didn't make me cry, not just for the sad moments. I'm admitting this right now. As a fan, seeing how great of a movie I was able to be in, And what other time am I gonna get a chance to watch a Star Wars movie? Like, I wish I was living amongst the 80s so I could watch the original, see how that was like. But to get to watch a good one in this century in theaters was just, oof, it was an amazing feeling. I had to go twice. And look, I'm wearing the shirt right now. Anyways, I thought just this movie, it's not a perfect movie. I sound like I'm praising this movie so much, but it has its flaws. People have good points with why they don't like this movie, but I could argue those things, but I'm not trying to get into any spoilers. That's the thing. Now, speaking of that, J.J. Abrams, the director, did a really good job hiding plot details and character pictures and anything about the movie. All we got were like the trailers and a little sneak peeks, but we still didn't know really what was going on. So I like that. There's other movies like Amazing Spider-Man 2 or Terminator Genesis that spoils the movie in the trailer. Along with Dawn of Justice right now, their latest trailer spoiled the movie and I didn't see it coming. So I'm a little upset because of that. But, I mean, what are you gonna do? And I'm just glad I was able to enjoy this. It was my most anticipated movie of the year. And, my God, I say that about a lot of things. You know, I was really hyped for Age of Ultron, and I liked it. It was a good movie. I was really hyped for Jurassic World, and that was a good movie. It wasn't great. It wasn't as awesome as the original, of course, but it was good. And this one just knocked me out of my socks. I was speechless by the end of the movie, to say the least. And I don't know really how to share this with you guys in words. I'm trying to come up with it, but it's a little hard to explain when this is like the first video you've done and I'm a little cat-tongued. But if you guys want me to give it a rating, I'd say like 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. That's as a critic, but as a fan or somebody that has seen the movies, all of them, I would say it's like a 9.5 out of 10. Yeah, it has a lot of plot holes and stuff, but it's a part of a trilogy. We're supposed to anticipate all those questions in the next movies that are coming out. Now, if I could just describe this movie in one word, I'd say beautiful. I appreciate cinematographies from the camera works in movies, especially J.J. Abrams' work. Yeah, he likes to put in the gleaming light in the corner, if you ever noticed that, but I didn't really notice that in this movie. And besides that, all these wide shots of, you know, the planets and the space battles, I just thought they were like jaw-dropping. Their use of practical effects, you going back to the 80s, it's more realistic than just, you know, utilizing a lot of CGI into the movie. And yeah, obviously there's CGI, but like, then you can't help it. But for the most part, they tried their best with practical effects, which I really appreciate. It must have, you know, costed them more time and more money probably, but it's worth it for a good movie. Now I guess those are my final thoughts. Like, as a fan, I love the movie. As a critic, I would say it's good, maybe great too. And I recommend you all to watch it, not just because I'm a fan, but I think for those people that were never into Star Wars, or if this is going to be their first movie, you won't really have a problem watching this as your first one, because you're going to have a good time. Like, you'll be a little lost, but you can figure it out. It's not that hard. It works as a standalone film, even though it's like the seventh somehow. But they made it work. I loved their characters, the new characters they brought in. Poe Dameron, Finn, Rey, and all the originals. Kylo Ren too, a really great villain. And the originals, bringing back the classics like Han Solo, Princess Leia, Luke, Chewbacca, and the droids. They're all really good. And I would say, all I'm gonna say, is that Rey is my favorite character. Like, she stole the show for me, really did. And I think Daisy Ridley is my new actress crush. Not gonna lie. But anyways, I'm getting out of tangent here. I think it was a really good movie. I highly recommend it for you all, and for anyone out there that, cares to watch this or, listens to my opinion, that'd be cool. But I just thought I'd throw this out there for once. I'd like to actually make an account to just talk about movies. Not necessarily critique them, but just, talk about them, give them my thoughts, review, and everything. Because I'm a big fan of movies. Not just, Star Wars or comics, but anything else. Like, I think I would like to make a YouTube account out of this, a YouTube channel, excuse me. But anyways, let me know what you think. If you agree with my opinion or if you disagree with my opinion, leave a comment, like this video if you did like it. And yeah, I guess that's it. Alright? See you guys. May the force be with you and live long and prosper.